What's up, YouTube? FD White back with another episode of FDWhiteinvests. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to the channel. So Bitcoin got a nice little pop today. Right now we're coming down a tad bit. We still are up 0.36% on the day. So we're just watching out for that. We went over on the Moon Show. Shout out to Mr. M. And we called this little breakout here. Let's actually just jump right into the chart. We called this little breakout here over on the 1 hour chart, this little bull flag. Got up to the top of the target here. I was looking to come back up to these all-time high areas. We didn't make it that far, but it does seem like we are consolidating. I do not like this wick. I do not like this candle close, but we'll see if we can at least come back and take this high out right here. We have one touch, two touch, around three touches at around 101.9. Sorry, 101.950 to 102. So about 102,000 is what I want to break, and then I can potentially see us starting to make our move back up to this level here at all-time highs. But the market has recovered. We really like this strength that the market is showing. We really like to see this not only in Bitcoin. Bitcoin really didn't go down that much during that last dip a couple of days ago, but altcoins got massacred, and while Bitcoin dominance was going up. But now look, altcoins look like they are recovering and recovering hard. Sui, I think Sui had hit all-time highs again. We got AVAX back over 50. Ethereum is trying to approach that 3960 level. Let's go over to Ethereum and see what I'm looking at. So the level that I really want to break for Ethereum is this 3960 level. So we do have a touch here back in December 5th. We held it as resistance, got rejected, finally popped back above it. And what do you want to see? You want to see it held as support. So we did hold it as support, and then when we got that big drop, we lost it again. So now we're trying to get back above it. We tried over here, but we got rejected. So now we're just teetering right above, around this line at around 3960 for Ethereum. So that's what I want to see us break, and ultimately, breaking that 3960 to 4K level, and inevitably getting back up to that 4,000, really around 4,100. Once we break that for Ethereum, I think all-time highs will be relatively fast. And if you haven't seen my video talking about how I think January, February, March, my Ethereum leading the altcoin market video, if you haven't watched that, I will link it at the top here above. Make sure you go and watch that after you watch this video, and you can see what I'm thinking for the top of Q1. Altcoins, like I was talking about, are looking pretty strong. We have a lot of them jumping really hard. We bought some GOAT at around 52 cents when we had that massive dip. Now we came back to about 73 cents. I knew we were looking for a nice little bounce for GOAT. Popcat is up a little bit, but it's down on the day. Aave, look at Aave. It's up 21.6% today. Ondo is looking pretty strong. XRP is back at about $2.41. We did have strong bounces in these ISO coins. We also had an ISO 2022 video that came out a few days ago. That was a pretty good video. Make sure you go and watch that one too. But altcoins are looking okay. Pepe is getting a nice little retracement. Let's actually look at Pepe, because I know a lot of people are very bullish on Pepe. And I'm pretty bullish on Pepe. I think Pepe has the catalyst and has enough of fundamentals to pump hard once it does pump. So we are approaching. We have been hovering around all-time highs. Right now, we're just back in this channel. So let me get my drawing tool and we can see what I'm looking at for Pepe. So we just got back in this channel once we start hitting, I think these are all-time highs. We got rejected, came down, got rejected again, came down. Deviation, back into the range. Another deviation, now we're back into the range. So if you're looking to long, this hasn't been a bad area to long where we are now. Not financial advice, potentially to make our way back up to the top of the range at, what's that, 402691 or 4027 if you want to have some type of area to look at. So Pepe is looking strong. I think as long as the market does relatively well, these older coins, these Pepe really didn't come out last cycle. I think Pepe came out in the bear market, if I'm not mistaken, maybe around 2023. So Pepe has, a lot of people were talking about Pepe. A lot of people like Pepe. So I think Pepe is going to do fairly well. But gaming, I think gaming is going to be one of the next narratives that we're looking at. And I like Illuvium. And I like Illuvium for a couple of reasons. Number one, they have a great product that's already out. Great looking product. I won't say the gameplay and things like that because I haven't played it, but I have watched tons of videos. I've seen how the gameplay looks. It's a working product. It's a working product so far. And if we go over to CoinMarketCap, let's actually go to CoinMarketCap and see what I'm looking at for Illuvium, because Illuvium has a small market cap and it also has a small circulating supply. Let's see. ILV. So let's type in Illuvium. Let's go over to Illuvium. And this is why I like Illuvium so much. The gaming sector hasn't really ran like that. And I think all these gaming coins, once a narrative comes out, or once we get some type of news, or once this sector, this narrative starts to run, I think these are going to run hard. So looking at Illuvium, it only has a $316 million market cap. The fully diluted value is 521 million, but it only has a total supply of 8.69. So that number, I've seen it as high as 15 million, and I've seen it as low as 8.6 million. So I'm not sure how the tokenomics are going right now, but even if we take the average, let's just say it has a total supply of 10 to 12 million coins. That's it. And we're only at a $313 million market cap. This could fly. This could absolutely fly. So I think this could still 10x from here. So I think this is one of the gaming. If you want to, a 5 to 10x, I think Illuvium is definitely one that you should keep on your radar. And it's definitely one that I've been accumulating ever since the bear market. If you have been following me and following my crypto portfolio and following my crypto journey. Going down the list, we see a lot of coins, bouncing, a lot of coins that we haven't really talked about on the channel like that. We're going to start talking about a lot more. Tron is back above 30 cents. So, that one is one that I've been keeping on my radar. XLM. So XLM, this is a one that I've been looking at because, matter of fact, let's go to the one, because I do have some data for XLM, or I do have a chart that I have some, yep, here we go. So this one, XLM, this is one that I thought, as well, it does. As XRP goes up, this usually goes up too. But these ISO coins have recovered ever since we had that dip. XLM has not really recovered. XLM has not really had that strong push or that strong bounce that all those other coins have had. Like HBAR had a nice bounce, XRP had a nice bounce, ADA had a nice bounce, Quant had a pretty nice bounce, XDC, IOTA. Those are the coins in the ISO category that have had a nice bounce. But we are looking okay. We did reclaim, and it seems like we're reclaiming this 41 to 43 cent area for XLM. So I'm maybe looking at taking something like this. So right now, this is null and void. So we'll delete that. We do have this trend line coming in like that. So we might get a little bit of resistance right here. Let me delete this one here because that's really null and void. Let's actually pull this down because I want more touches. So I think if we can, let's get our drawing tool just for XLM. I feel like we can get back up here, reclaim this upward sloping trend line, which is not really too much of a history, but it is a little bit. I feel like we can start going back up and reclaiming, hopefully, or we're retesting this 60 cent area and then potentially popping up, to go back to those all-time highs, I think at about 80 cents. So XLM is on my radar. I like what it's doing right here. I like that it's reclaiming this this line right here, this horizontal support and resistance line. I really like that it's doing that right now. So I'm actually going to keep this one on my radar when it comes to trading. I don't own any XLM, but I definitely will, look to trade it if that continues to hold and we start to break up. I think it'll be a nice, strong, fast move back up to about 50 cent if we do start to break out nice and strong and hard. Lastly, I want to talk about Near, because Near is one of my favorites. Near is pretty much like an AI play. It was like a layer one play as well last cycle. I know a lot of people were very bullish on this. I'm very bullish on it. So right now for Near, we got to zoom out so we can look at this level that we just reclaimed again. So this $6.70 to $6.80, possibly 90 cent area is what I really want to hold. So we did come above it. We got all the way up to about $8.25. Then once the market rejected, we got this massive rejection. But now we're starting to reclaim. So I'm looking at, if I pull up some oscillators, let me cancel that. I pull up some oscillators and I'm seeing like, okay, what's going on? So we do have on the 4 hour, we do have money flow starting to curve over. So it did just curve over into the green. We have MACD in the green. We have the MACD starting to cross over its moving average. So that's looking okay. On the daily, let's see what we're looking at. We did get a strong move. We are turning from red to white. So it does look like we possibly may be bottoming out, or we may have another leg up coming in. So I'm starting to like this. I'm looking at Near as well. I just really like, from a simple price action point, I really want to hold this $6.70 to $6.90 to see what's going to, see if it's going to hold and potentially, take a chance here. I may potentially take a chance here on the hourly. We're looking at money flow in the green, very thick in the green, still curving up. So if we just take some horizontal price levels, we do have something here coming in at about $7.60. And then we do have, we can possibly say a little downtrend coming here, potentially where we're starting to get a little bit of resistance. So just a little couple areas at $7.20. And then we have something else coming in at about $7.60. So even if we can just break this downtrend here, this move right here from $7 and what's that? $7, where are we at right now? $7.20 up to here, that's a nice little close to 5% move. So with a little bit of leverage, that's a nice little trade if we do potentially break above this downtrend that we're in. We just really need to break this line here. These are just a little short-term things that I'm looking at. So break, retest on a small time frame, and then potentially make our way to take profit. One, we can probably take out our initial investment, possibly a little bit more, and then see if we can just actually flip this and continue our path forward. So we're just looking at those. Just a quick little market update with a quick little, quick gems of some of the altcoins that I'm looking at. The market has bounced back strong. A lot of bears came out when we had that dip, saying we were going back down to the CME gap at about $78,000, around $78,000 to $80,000. Looks like we're holding. And what I really love, that we really bounced back and we're holding that 99 to 100K, really that 100K psychological level. I really, really like to see that. So that's just what I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin, man. Everybody who's been tuned in, I appreciate it. We've been working very hard, and we're going to stay on the chart, stay bring you alpha. And we got some videos coming out to this weekend. So I got all the videos that I want to break out this weekend. We have one where it's the ladder in, ladder out approach. We have a Natix video, one of my favorite DPN projects. And then we have a major altcoin season TA video coming out for you to be prepared for my Q1 thesis, which I think January, February, and March are going to be very, very good, with a lot of ebbs and flows. But for the most part, I think it's going to be a very good time. Q1. So this is FD White, man. I appreciate everybody for watching. If you made it this far, you didn't have to be here, but you were. So I appreciate you. Everybody who comments, everybody who, even the haters. The haters, sometimes they say stuff that, and it makes me want to get better, man. So I appreciate everybody who's coming in and making comments and liking and subscribing and sharing. And I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Make sure you set a stop loss. Make sure you use risk management. And we'll see you a little bit later. Peace.